Hey everyone, I've had one of these days today where the wind's just really not happened whatsoever, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to share some techniques with you, how to sail your board and your wing when you've got very light wind. And you know, this is a useful set of techniques. You know, perhaps you've been out in offshore conditions and the winds have dropped, or you've sailed to somewhere where it's a long paddle back from. So I just wanted to share with you some techniques how you can use your wing when you've got pretty light wind, you know, perhaps even not enough for the wing to fly. This will allow you to maneuver yourself to go in various directions and save you the hassle of doing that paddle. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So here we are. My board has got enough volume to be standing up on this, and obviously you need that to be able to do this. The wind here is really light. My wing here isn't really flying properly. I'm having to hold it up with my back hand a little bit. Now this method does work, you can make reasonable ground doing this, but the best way to actually ride in this position is to use the rear wingtip of that wing to put it in the water and to move your front hand to the front of the Y handle and leave your back hand in the same position. Now if you look at the trace up in the top corner, you will see that as I've transitioned into this position, I'm heading more upwind than I was before. Another advantage of this is that you don't actually need enough wind for your wing to fly. If the wind is less than 3 or 4 miles per hour, you can just ride along like this with the wing in the water. You are just holding it in this position. And you also have a little bit of extra stability because you can lean on that wing a little bit and push that rear wingtip into the water. Let's have a quick look at this in the opposite direction now. Here I've got my wing flying as normal. The wind's probably 4 or 5 miles an hour here. And as you can see, in just a second, I dip that rear wingtip into the water, and you can see again from the trace that my progress is a little bit better upwind. For more stability still, you can do this on your knees. To do this, just basically kneel on your board. It's quite likely that the wing will already have its wingtip dragging in the water, especially if the wind is light. You can steer your board upwind by pulling the wing to the back ever so slightly, or downwind by pulling the wing ever so forward slightly, as you can see here. If you want to turn around, you can jibe the board as well. So here we'll do it ever so quickly. So I'm pulling the wing forward, pulling it across my body ever so slowly, replacing my front hand at the front of that Y handle and my back hand at the back. And we're off, travelling on the opposite tack. When I recorded this, the wind was blowing in a southeasterly direction. And if you look at the trace at the top of the screen, you can see that I'm making pretty good progress upwind. I'm doing fairly short tacks here, but with longer tacks, I would be making pretty good progress indeed. So we've done crosswind and slightly upwind. Let's have a look at how you go downwind. So here I am inverting the wing and resting its nose on the front of the board. In this position, there's no strain on you. Basically, you're just holding that wing steady and you can make really good progress downwind. You don't have the issue that the wing flies less and less because it's just resting on the board. And you can stay in this position, for as long as you need to. So I hope you found this video useful. Hopefully you won't have to use these techniques, wherever you are. Hopefully the wind will be howling all the time. But they're good to know anyway. Well, I think that's it for me now. If you did enjoy this video, of course, please like it. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Later, everyone.